Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
Yes, it is. We're here because we have great sponsors.
We have great sponsors, sponsored in part by attorney Nathaniel Lee and Fairman. Check them out. They'll help you out. Also, the Fervent Care Child Care and Christian Academy, 10512 East 38th Street. We've got an actress here.
Yes.
But not only an actress, she owns her own production company.
Yes, and she says she does it with a purpose.
With a purpose.
With a purpose. You know, everybody doesn't produce with a purpose, but she does. We're going to find out what that purpose is.
Childhood actress.
Yes.
And now doing some things on her own. And this DVD, Lost.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great movie.
A film in which she produced.
Yeah.
PG-13. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Our guest today, LaKesha Lorene, is going to be telling us more about her movie Lost, as well as some other work that she's been doing.
Yep, and we're going to be blessed to hear what she has to offer us and the community as well.
We want you to stay tuned right here on Real People, Real Voices. Also, go to our YouTube channel, WHMB TV 40. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your family and friends. Also, please go to Facebook and like us on Facebook. I think you're going to like what you find there as well.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for you to catch up on some shows that you haven't seen. It's a great opportunity to see the shows that we're just now doing. And it's a privilege, man, to be a part of Real People, Real Voices.
Yes, I agree. And you can go to those shows and extract information that you might have missed. Great information.
Great information.
So stay tuned, get yourself a cup of coffee or a donut or a Danish or something. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And we're joined today by LaKesha Lorene.
Hello, thanks for having me, Pastor Moore and Pastor Jackson.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
You stay really, really busy?
Yes, I do.
With doing movies and films and all the entertainment that you're involved in. What inspired Loving Life Productions?
You know, a big inspiration for Loving Life Productions is my faith and my passion for the arts. So growing up, I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, started at Beef and Boards, dinner theater here, and it's always been a passion, singing and acting. So my company came from that passion and also my desire to share Christ with people in unconventional ways so that it reaches the masses.
And I'm excited to hear you say that because...
Saved filmmaker.
Yeah, and we need that. There are 7 societal areas of influence. Arts and entertainment is certainly a big part of influencing thought among people who live in our communities.
Yeah.
So how are you doing that with movies like Lost and some of the other things you're working on?
Yeah, Lost it's so important right now. It really is a family piece, so it's about a family of 3 who discover love, forgiveness, and acceptance through an unexpected loss. So it really touches on how important it is to maintain relationships. And if those relationships are broken, does it mean that you can never get them back or that they'll never be restored? So how do you move forward if things fall off track at some point? So I'm very passionate about it, very passionate about family, and of course God and how He can help you pick up those pieces if it's become broken.
Now, are you all doing any casting, looking for actors right now?
Right now, we do have some projects coming up in the fall that we'll be casting for, and you can go to lovinglifeproductions.com to find out about castings or any one of our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So we always kind of promote the castings, but right now we're just promoting the film and working on projects with other clients.
That's great.
Did Lost come out of a personal experience?
You know, no, actually it didn't. Lost was a combination of things and conversations I'd had with a lot of other people, actually. Students that I've had and different experiences, just life experiences. A lot of times as an artist and as a filmmaker, when I meet people, I wonder what makes them the way they are. So you kind of discover more about people, and it kind of makes you more empathetic to the way they behave or react because you learn about their background, and it helps you to learn how to interact better with people.
During your time, I guess, as a high school student, there were times where the arts were very, very fluent in the curriculum of students. How do you feel about it now?
I was a private school student, so I went to a Christian school, I went to a public school, and I went to a township school. And the most underserved is, of course, the public schools. I really wish I had the opportunities at Shortridge and Crispus Attucks that I had at North Central. I think it's unfortunate that they don't even have, news production programs. They don't have film clubs. Well, we did have a film club at Manual High School that I taught for a couple semesters, but it's just hard to get the support, the funding, and the staff to do those things. So I wish that there was more initiatives out there that would push for opportunities for people on the south side and on the east side and on the west side as much as the north side.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a profound
statement. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And the profundity of it, I think, is that, I said that the arts and entertainment is one of the areas of societal influence, but media is the other one.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting that in public schools, then you're already kind of behind when it
Yes.
comes to having any kind of career or possibility in those other areas.
Well, as you know, James, you're in media, and if we're not giving good media out and doing it in a way the community suffers.
Yeah.
And so we see a lot of that going on today, even with our local stations and
Yeah.
radio stations.
Yeah. And LaKesha, you say that all of your work is positive and Christ-centered. So that's something you guys live and die by.
Yeah, most definitely. I think you did mention, Pastor Moore, it is PG-13, so I will say the goal is to be relatable. So again, the artist side of me always wants to stay true to the character so that people won't shut it off as soon as they see it.
Right.
There's a stigma sometimes with Christian film that it's unrealistic and but great films like War Room that Priscilla Schreier did, that was amazing, and many others.
It's powerful.
Devon Franklin. A lot of people have, T.D. Jakes have done great things, Tyler Perry, with providing that faith-based content in a way that's relatable and realistic with real characters so people can watch it and see themselves and also not feel like, oh, this is a corny film or production.
I was looking for the right word to use, and you are a productionist. You gave the right word in that instance, corny. Some of it is very corny.
Yeah, and you hate that because it just takes away from the message. The message is awesome, but sometimes, we just don't have the resources sometimes as Christian filmmakers, not in the backing. Now, that's changed now. But in the past, it just wasn't there. So it was hard to get the same quality.
And you all produce music videos
Yes.
for inspirational and positive artists?
Yes.
Now, I'm a part-time artist.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But seriously, so you guys do that right here in town?
Yeah, right here in Indianapolis. We did a music video for a group called Words of Encouragement. It's a rap husband-wife duo. They rapped and sung on there. We do stuff for singers, for actors, reels for actors, any sort of video production work. That's kind of on the other side of producing the content at this point. Yeah.
So is it affordable?
It is affordable. It is very affordable.
Do you do voiceovers?
I do.
Okay.
That's something that LaKesha Lorene does outside of Loving Life, yes.
Oh, okay. So you could help me if I wanted to produce a CD. You could do some voiceovers for me.
Yeah, most definitely.
He has a great voice.
Yeah, you already have a good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. But I just know now that I can go to Loving Life Productions and get a voice makeover.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you might be singing me for a CD.
Okay. Awesome.
Since you can do the voiceover on it, hey, everybody else is doing it, aren't they?
Yeah. Why not? Try it out.
And if that fails, there's always auto-tune. Workshops and services. So talk about your workshops a little bit in the time we have left.
Sure. So I mentioned opportunity. I'm definitely a big advocate for opportunity for people, and we're actually hosting a filmmakers workshop on June 24th at Zahi Studios from 1 to 4 p.m. I have myself, several other directors, filmmakers, and videographers and editors who are going to share how to make a quality film on a micro budget. So in Indianapolis, pretty much everybody is doing film on a micro budget, $200,000 or less. Most of us is a lot less than that we're working with to put out content. So I'm really excited about it. Students are invited, people of all ages who are filmmakers or in the arts and want to learn about producing, writing, promoting, and marketing your work. We look forward to seeing you guys come out. We'll have registration open on lovinglifeproductions.com very soon.
Say that again. Let her say that again.
Yeah.
Lovinglifeproductions.com is the website, and we'll have registration open in the next week or so.
And that's June
24th from 1 to 4 p.m. At Zahi Studios.
All right. Well, all the best to the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
And another one at Indianapolis is Hidden Jewels.
Keep it up, sister.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And Real People, Real Voices is sponsored in part by attorney Nathaniel Lee and Lee and Fairman. Check them out. They'll help you out. Also, we want to thank Fervent Care Child Care and Christian Academy. Looking for affordable Christian child care? Call them at 898-2751. That's 317-898-2751. We're joined today by the beautiful and talented LaKesha Lorene.
Hello.
I apologize for making a mistake on her name earlier. Doing some great things here in the city of Indianapolis. Of course, our executive producer is here with us, Faith McKinney.
Hello.
Hello, Faith.
You know, Faith, this is very, very exciting. We're talking about all the different things that LaKesha's doing in town that's affecting Indianapolis and the region with regard to arts and entertainment.
Right. LaKesha is dynamic. I mean, she's one of those special people, special millennials that, you hope will, flourish because she has so much to offer. You are truly gifted. Yeah, she truly is.
You know, I just read an article about 59% of the millennials have left the church.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing to have a young lady like this today with us who's in the church and still doing some things that can help others as well. And that's amazing.
She truly cares. I mean, I've known you, LaKesha, for a year or so, but I mean, the impact that she's made already, I mean, she's doing humongous things, producing, singing, acting, helping other people along the way. She's not just, making her way, she's bringing other people and lifting them up along the way. And she has a purpose, and she truly is serving God with her gifts. Yeah. Absolutely.
And LaKesha, from your perspective, how can what you do influence young people and help them to regain or retain a Christ-centered life?
Yeah. I just try to be relatable and real. I think what Pastor Moore was saying, one of my favorite artists is Jonathan McReynolds, and he did a really eloquent response to someone's commentary about why I left the church. I'm a millennial and I left the church. And I feel like the reason why so many young people leave the church is because it's not real. You have to relate to people. You have to be transparent with them in the appropriate situations. So I really try to be empathetic and sympathetic to what's needed, and pray about, what God would have me to say through this medium that could potentially help someone in their situation. And then one-on-one, I really do try to see if people understand their purpose, because I definitely have found mine, so I want to help other people figure out what their purpose is and how they can use their purpose to glorify God.
Yeah.
You know, she said something that was very, very important. She said, millennials feel that the church is not real. And apparently you would know that better than myself. Do you believe that millennials don't understand the history and the structure, possibly, of the church?
Yeah, I most definitely. I think it's just a different time. So, you know, some of our, what I forgot what it's called, not the baby boomers, but before that,
Gen X.
grandparents, Gen X. So the way they were raised is a little different. I told you not to do it. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm not going to tell you why. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
And millennials want to know why. And because they want to know why, it'll help them with whatever they're going through. But they don't talk about that. So you've come from kind of just not talking about things and not telling me why, or, you know, it's that kind of communication
So
loss.
you're basically telling me this 3-letter word
Why?
Yeah, why?
has disconnected
Yeah.
the millennial from the church.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, the why behind the what.
Yeah.
Your debut film, Earth Cry,
Yes.
what precipitated the creation of it?
Earth Cry, that was a few years in the making. That's based off of Proverbs 1:20. It talks about wisdom crying out in the streets and nobody will listen. And it follows the life of a mother, an African-American mother with a son, a young college girl, and a woman working in the professional world. And it kind of touches on the police brutality piece of it, the issues of hanging in the wrong crowd and being caught up at the wrong time. For mothers, especially mothers in ethnic groups, worrying about not seeing their son again after, you know, they've said goodbye, kissed him goodbye to go to school. Young girl struggling with her sexual identity. And Wisdom, who I played,
It seems,
who is trying to get everybody to
it
listen
seems
to
like
her.
she gets all of the great roles. Isn't that phenomenal?
Well, I don't know. Nobody else wanted all that makeup on her. So, you know.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. As it relates to, how can you see yourself, and we try to project or put in young people or millennials' minds, 5 years from now?
5 years from now. Prayerfully, I will be full-time doing this, married, possibly a kid, and, you know, having more flexibility. So still running the company and producing this type of content, as well as being a part of other productions. And I'm really passionate about education, so that'll probably come up at some point. And the corporate world, incorporating more people of color in the corporate world is something I'm very passionate about. So a lot of different things, but definitely full-time in entertainment.
And a lot of people, LaKesha, don't necessarily think that the Midwest can be a launching pad for doing great things or big things in arts and entertainment. Your thoughts?
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're working hard right now, the Indiana Film Commission, and we have an Indianapolis Film Commissioner now that we're trying to get a film tax incentive passed here that they have in Chicago and Illinois and Ohio and Kentucky. So hopefully that'll bring great strides. I would say right now it's very hard here just because this is a sports town, this is a health town, this is a family town. So we're working.
Could you explain the film tax
Yes.
and how that works as it relates to a state?
Yes, so for filmmakers, when they go to a state and they spend all of this money making a film, they want to get that return. And when you have a tax incentive, however large that incentive is, Louisiana, I think, has like the highest, which is great because of everybody knows
They
the
shoot a
treatment.
lot of films there.
They shoot a lot of films there. But it basically helps the production companies and the producers get that money back that they've invested.
You know, Faith, you've been very passionate about seeing Indianapolis become more of a media hub.
Yeah.
Are you seeing this with companies like LaKesha?
Absolutely. I see independent filmmakers all around. As a matter of fact, the Indiana Filmmakers Network, we've had one of the members, Jared Mushner, on before. They are very passionate about their films. And, you know, when you're an artist, Indianapolis is a great place to get your experience, to build up your portfolio, to build up your resume, and then you can take it on the road because, of course, California is very expensive. New York is very expensive, but in Indianapolis is a great place to begin, and that's why that tax incentive is so important, so that filmmakers will be attracted to Indiana and Indianapolis as far as filmmaking is concerned, and that will actually make it easier for people who are here, our talented people who are here, to get their names out and to be known and to do better quality work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, LaKesha, all the best to
All
you.
the best, LaKesha.
And your production company.
Thank you.
Yeah, and one more time, June 24th,
Yes.
the workshop.
Yes, so June 24th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Zahi Studios, we're hosting a filmmakers workshop, how to create a quality film on a micro budget. So myself, Trey Manchester, Earl Crabtree III, and Deja Henry will all be there sharing things that we've learned along our journey. And hopefully our film commissioner will be there as well, Teresa 17.
Yeah, I hope to see you there. Stay with us. We'll be back with the rundown after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm your executive producer, Faith McKinney.
You know, what an exciting segment there with LaKesha Lorene and the great things that she's doing in arts and entertainment.
Yeah, I think it needs to be commended. She's in arts and entertainment, and has a strong Christian influence.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal for young ladies, young men, especially being millennials, who seem to think that the church has nothing to offer.
For anybody who's in the arts, you know how difficult it is to complete a project. You know, you have to have that buy-in. But for her to be able to complete several films and get it screened in a movie theater, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, that is huge. And I can't be more proud of her. She's just amazing. And the souls she's saving or helping to save and you know, the life she's touching every day, it needs to be commended. I'm so glad that we were able to showcase her.
Yeah. And my wife, she watches a lot of the Christian or Christ-centered movies.
Yeah.
We have a movie night at the church, and we're always looking for movies with good content. And I think this one, Lost, is going to be a great one.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Miss Belinda Jernigan, who does our youth church, and we'll let her do that on one Sunday morning for the young people and teenagers.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, among many things I like about this show, is we meet so many great people.
Right.
And a lot of them live right in the city of Indianapolis.
Right.
All the talent and the expertise and the brilliancy right here in Indianapolis.
You know, we need to commend Faith on that. Our executive producer does a great job.
Thank you.
And making sure we have the right guests for the right time. And then there's information that you can get from Faith that if you want to be a part of Real People, Real Voices, we'd love to have you be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we want to thank you for joining us every week on Sundays at 5:30 and on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock p.m. Please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. I think you'll like what you see there or what you find there. After this show is over, you can watch it again on YouTube, or you can watch some of the other shows that you might have missed. Also want to encourage you to go to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook. We would really love to have you do that.
Yes, it's a great opportunity to get great information, and that's what we're trying to do, produce great information for Central Indiana. We hope you'll keep watching and supporting. And remember, sponsorship is available for Real People, Real Voices.
We'll see you next time on Real People, Real Voices.